is Nathan Day. I'm here with Beckett and Robb at Art Meets Fashion. Excited? I don't know.
Welcome to Art Meets Fashion. It's going to be great.
I've never been in a fashion show before, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I really love the suit that I'm wearing, and kind of excited to just walk and experience the whole thing.
Since this is my first year at Art Meets Fashion, I'm hoping to meet some new people to network with in the industry and also just enjoy the wonderful show and all the amazing designs and work here.
It's a non-profit organization, so that's the most I want is just have a good time. Everyone else have a good time as well.
I'm the director of the fashion program at Salt Lake Community College. It's exciting because we have fashion in Salt Lake City in such a phenomenal way, and we have quite a few students who collaborated with this event as well. So I'm always supporting Art with Fashion students. We need to bring in more of these type of things to Utah. Proud of Heidi for doing this, and Anne.
My name is Jody Cheney, and I'm the designer's mother. This is Whitney Cheney. She was at the community college and went through the fashion design program. This was part of her collection for the fashion show this year. She designed 7 outfits along with the other students in the class, and this is one. The theme this year was speed, and she designed this around cars, both antique and modern.
My name is Nicole Kleinman. I've been studying at Salt Lake Community College for 5 years in the Fashion Institute, but really I've been designing since I was about 8 years old.
My name's Madison Slagowski. I'm an assistant producer and the runway coordinator today.
I'm Sydney Fouts. I'm Emma Jones.
I'm Sophie St. I'm from San Francisco, California.
I designed it. I was just
There's only so many events happening around town, and I got involved in production and a lot of other events happening. And Heidi is a close friend of mine, and she asked if I would like to assistant produce and produce the runway segment specifically. There are over 75 models in Art Meets Fashion, plus we have a team of over 20 in backstage. And so I don't know the exact number, to be honest, but there are over 75 models in this show tonight. The production team that Heidi has built is really strong. This year has gone so fluid. I think at this point we've built a team that knows how each other works so well that we're able to achieve a really nice show with low stress levels. So today has actually been a really enjoyable, stress-free day. We have a very unique runway setup this year. The show is set up more as a garden party than a traditional runway show. So the runway will actually be circular, so that the models will have a full 2.5 to 3 minutes on the runway, which is rare. Normally models only get a few 30 seconds on the stage, so this will give the audience an opportunity to get a really good look at the clothing. The whole team has some input as to who they believe the upcoming artists are. We do take submissions, and Heidi does hand select designers that she feels really need to be showcased. It's a collaborative effort, but Anne and Heidi are the creative directors and founders, and they make all those final decisions. There are very few events in Salt Lake, I feel, that have this quality, and so for the designers to have an opportunity to be involved in a show that is so well produced and of such a high caliber, I think that in itself is really beneficial to them for their own experience. And then it gives the buyers an opportunity to see those designs in a really classic setting. So we're really trying to create a beautiful setting for these designers to showcase their clothing so that it's received in that way as well.
So if we're familiar with the designers already, I've been aware of Beckett and Robb. I've walked by their store a few times, really, kind of lusted after the clothing as I drool as I look through the window, but I've never actually tried on the clothes yet. So this is pretty exciting. I'm going to kind of run home before they can catch me, if I can.
I would say the same. I was not introduced to them before this event, but I am digging their clothes. I feel really good. They really look great.
Yeah. Exactly. I'd agree. I don't wear much suits, but...
He concurs. I concur.
I concur.
Nephi is such a, it's kind of like, I want to say like 1950s, more vintagey looking. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's very classy, but with a modern twist. Yeah. So.
Well, my name is Heggy Gonzalez, and I am a hairstylist. I work for the Audette Institute in Provo, and I'm also designing a line a line this year out of repurposed materials and just different types of thinking outside the box materials. And so I worked with Heidi last year for hair, and I mentioned that I had my clothing that I would like to do, and so this year they asked me to do some pedestal pieces. So that's kind of how I got involved in the Art Meets Fashion.
I'm Nikki Breedlove. I'm the creative director at Landis, and I couldn't have done it without my amazing team. And Richard Serber is the owner of Landis, and he has supported us all the way. I think everything's collaboration. So I believe completely in collaborating. This is work with the designer Sophia. This is a model of Sophia's, and she's genius because she came over and I asked her out of 3 colors which one she liked, and she said only we would make the right decision. I didn't dress the models and she didn't ask how to do the makeup. So I looked at the design, her tailored pieces and her gowns about 3 weeks ago, and they're really, really beautiful, and so we went with really, really beautiful makeup. And we had a strong new look. Aveda just launched their Vamp Goth collection this season, which is all about berries. So cherries, cranberries, raspberry tones. So we really just used that collection today. But it's soft skin, radiant skin, so nothing's heavy. And I love Aveda because it's as organic as possible. It's clean and it's green, and that's why we're all here today. The hair was done by my team, and we just did a nice chignon, a bun in the back, and wrapped it back. It looks like I just got back from the south of France myself, and it looks like it's true. Heidi Gress had it right. All the looks right now are swept back, clean. I'm gonna have to say that color melting is dead. Now it's about classic, elegant, put together looks. And so that's what we've done today here at Landis.
So everybody that we've been dealing with this year is all green to help out this cause. We are raising money for the Water Conservation Garden here at Red Butte Garden. I know a lot of you have never made it past the amphitheater and actually didn't even know that there's this garden up here. And then after the fashion show, I invite you to take a tour with Red Butte up to the Water Conservation site. There are about 5 additional gardens up here, the fragrance garden, the herb garden, so I really want you to go ahead and take a look around. I will do an official welcome to everybody, but first I want to welcome somebody very wonderful, Morgan with Red Butte Garden. Please say thank you, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what they're doing, what they're trying to do, and why we're here tonight.
Thank you, Heidi. Again, my name is Morgan Byrne, and I'm the membership manager here at Red Butte Garden. And I want to thank you all so much for coming out tonight to Art Meets Fashion, and to thank Art Meets Fashion for choosing us as their partner with this theme of sustainability. So thank you all again for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it, and cheers to a great evening.
Your homie hove in position in the kitchen with soda. I just whipped up a watch, trying to get me a rover, trying to stretch up the cover like a wrestler. Yes, sir. Keep the heck of the clothes. You know the small is attention, but like 52 cards went out. I'm through dealing and then 52 cards rolled out. 52. Now you can't remember that. All spent your cards, FC on the sleeve. At the 40-40 clock, ESPN on the screen. I played a grip for the jeans, plus the slippers is clean. No chrome on the wheels, I'm a grown up for real. She feeling like a pimp, nigga, gone, brush your shoulders. Pimps too, brush your shoulders off. Nigga, crazy, baby, don't forget that boy told you, kid. That, dirt up your shoulder, you gotta get that. Dirt up your shoulder, you gotta get that. Dirt up your shoulder, you gotta get that. Dirt up your shoulder, boy, back in the building, but we back on the map. Me and my beautiful beach in the I'm the realest of running, I just happen to rap. Black album, then I black out it as the best rapper alive. Niggas about me from the Billboard, grams the O's, the Iris. Off and Annie, you got a partner, chick. For selling out the garden in the day. I'm like a young Marvin in his head. I'm a hustler, homie. You a customer crony. Got some dirt on my shoulder. Could you brush it off for me? If you feeling like a pimp, nigga, gone brush it off. Brush your shoulders off. Nigga, baby, don't forget the you can't. Turn up, get that boy. Get that. Turn up your shoulder. You gotta get that. You gotta get that. Turn up your shoulder. You gotta get that. Turn up your shoulder.
Making so much money.
Ain't nobody f***ing with us, I betcha. And my name on the check. While I get away, it all gon' stay.
the theme Metamorphosis we come up with a different theme for the curating of the exhibit every year, the art components. This year we wanted to create a theme that somehow would tie in holistically to our venue and to our beneficiary, which is Red Butte Garden.
When Anne told me the concept for the show was Metamorphosis, it's something I just sort of thought of things that I wanted to incorporate into my piece, and I mean, you could sit and sort of give them certain meanings, but I think it's just more sort of like an exploration of what that kind of means to me, and then seeing how that sort of evolves, and painting kind of takes on its own changes as you're painting and make different decisions, and it kind of grows and becomes its own being anyways. It comes from, I think, a lot of different things. A lot of the imagery, texture sort of stuff is inspired by kind of like a biomechanical tattooing style. I tattoo, and it's one of my favorite kind of styles, so it's something I definitely draw from and use as inspiration.
About a piece of sky falling into a body. The sky, you can see it's kind of coming down, and then this is a woman. The woman's body, I guess, is being filled up with that spirit.
Okay, so
yeah.
the spirit from the sky itself?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so what's the inspiration for this for you?
Just kind of a bunch of thoughts I've been having for a long time. I like to, I always draw the human form, but I sometimes wonder what animates it. Where the soul. I'm interested in the spirit and the soul, and how it interacts with the human body, I guess.
Well, based on the theme of metamorphosis, change, such and such. So it was kind of born out of that. There's probably 20, 30 hours in it.
20 or 30 hours in it?
Yeah, something
How many
like that.
sessions do you usually take to work on? Well, how many did you on this one, do you think?
Sessions?
Did you sit down for 20 or 30 hours and work on it straight, or was it broken up into different pieces?
Just a couple days.
Couple
yeah.
days?
Yeah.
Okay, so the piece I did was a house that I photographed up in Heber, kind of more by Midway, which is a really great, kind of iconic pioneer orange brick house. And unfortunately it's deteriorated and hasn't been very well taken care of. But I thought with the theme of metamorphosis, I thought instead of, I kind of wanted to take it a backwards twist on it and point out the fact that once humans start or stop doing maintenance and things on homes, they start to dilapidate and nature starts to take its course and change things, as it always does. And everything around us is kind of changing over time.
So we wouldn't be able to produce this event if it was not for our sponsorships and for how the community rallies around the nature of this event and really have gotten behind it. And that happens in a variety of ways. We have a lot of businesses that work with us on a sponsorship capacity with lighting and design. We have restaurants who donate their food for the event. We have alcohol sponsors that donate for the event. So we really rely on the community and community businesses to support AMF every year, and we just simply couldn't do it without their assistance.
You don't gotta hold my hand. together we could take a stand.